Okay, I have an ad somewhere.
Countless hours of your life.
Good evening and welcome. This is Holodeck Follies. I am Velvet, part of the Dandies. This is the Dandies presents Holodeck Follies, spontaneous Star Trek. Once a month we get to do this, get to join you in our love of Star Trek. If you haven't seen us before, thank you very much for checking us out. If you have seen us before, welcome back. For those who are new to the Dandies and Holodeck Follies, we're going to make everything up. Everything on the spot with two exceptions. The first is we are just going to do Star Trek. The second, we know our characters. We have been playing together for years and we love it. And so we want to invite you in on what our characters have done in the last stretch of time. And since I'm already here on screen, let me go first. Captain's log, Tachyon Field. The USS Peregrine has had a great opportunity to watch a proto-star being born. Born from chaos, born from darkness. It was spectacular. And that's not a light pun. I truly feel changed by witnessing this great sight. I can't wait to get back to the science conference and report on everything that I have seen. Captain Tachyon Field, out.
Commander Hunter's log. Personal. We've just completed our recording and examination of the birth of a proto-star, and I am glad to say that all of our instruments were recording properly, sensors were online, and it's a good thing because at the time of the proto-star's birth, I also made a different scientific discovery. Eggnog with Saurian brandy, Mugatu milk, and Targ eggs. Suffice to say, I don't remember the protostar at all, and I'm going to have to review our sensor logs very quickly and very thoroughly. Personal login.
Computer, 9 of 10. I am not sure about all the light puns on this ship. I much prefer heavy puns with some solid weight behind them. But I am trying to engage in everything the crew likes. I have decided that this way I will become more of a team member, and that is what I want. I want to be a genuine, true member of this team, like a star in the sky, like I am the proto-star, and I am joining a universe, a very odd and alarming and confusing, but warm universe. It is like what I believe it would be for a human to go home for the holidays. I will let you know how it goes. Good day.
We take you now to the bridge of the USS Peregrine.
That was bright and lovely and amazing, right? It was amazing?
It was unlike anything else that we've ever experienced. It was stellar.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure it had quite some magnitude to it.
I have stopped saying pun intended because I am going to intend every single one of them. I'm
Yeah.
going to keep doing them.
Yes, Captain, as is protocol on the Peregrine.
Protocol. Is that the Targag in there speaking for you?
Yes, I'm still recovering from that little experiment. It was a success,
Hmm?
overwhelmingly so. In fact,
We've permanently put it on the menu at 10-2 Forward. Thank you for continuing to experiment in food sciences.
I am going to come up with a synthahol variant, though, because I don't think this should be necessarily enjoyed at all times, but it is the season after all. I am reviewing the sensor logs because, of course, I want to see it again. It was so wonderful, the protostar. And
I'm going to stop you there. I want to, we talked in the moment about there was one color on the spectrum that came through from the protostar. I want you to remind me what you said, not reviewing the tapes, because you're being cagey, but I want you to own it with your full chest.
So I saw colors,
right?
And I believe that the one that stood out the most to me, if I recall at the time, I declared it was the most brilliant pinurple I'd ever seen.
That's it. That is what you said.
Okay.
And we went back and forth on the on where pinurple first originated in the galaxy, if it was indeed in our galaxy at all, or if it, maybe the Iconians brought it in. We went back and forth on pinurple.
It is truly a color out of space. But I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that witnessed it. So
you
9 of 10.
I mean,
would you like to weigh in on pinurple while I continue to review these logs? That's a no from 9 of 10. Does not want to weigh in. How's our course heading then, if we can change the subject so that I'm not so under pressure here?
9 of 10. Did we forget that pinurple was a restricted word for the Borg?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it is an incredibly dangerous word that should not be used.
I'm going to edit my logs just to ensure that it isn't further circulated. Witnessed, just not discussed.
Captain, I'm going to run a find and replace, and instead of that other word, how about something along the lines of a nice puce? We'll call it noose. No noose?
No, in my history, noose is like, it chokes a lot of people up. So let's go with, what about a taurine?
Storine.
Doesn't that just sound like starring?
Is that problematic?
I mean, it seems to lend itself. It's a very literal.
Of the colors in the spectrum witnessed from the protostar, one was starring. And we're talking about the brilliance of it and how it stands out against the other colors, the other hues.
Yes, it just might suggest that we appreciate it more than others, like it's the starring role, the starring... I mean, I'm just saying, we are playing favorites with the spectrum, and do we really want the spectrum to not have every color having an equal place on the marquee?
On the marquee?
Yes.
Or do you mean the marquee? Because the marquee have been problematic in the past.
No, I meant the marquee. It is very important for them to ensure that the entire spectrum is well represented. That's why if you go onto a Maquis ship, you see them, every room is painted a different color.
Thank you.
I haven't had the pleasure of being on a Maquis ship personally.
Well, it probably wouldn't be a pleasure if you or I were on a Maquis ship. There's still some bad blood there. But
Yes, not
but
in
in that particular way, I absolutely agree with that sentiment of representing all the diversity and the embracing the differences. Thank you, Nana 10, for that reminder that, especially if this happens to be a sentient protostar, those feelings are going to matter a lot.
Let's hope it's just regular.
Yeah, just a regular young star that's gathering its mass, deciding what it wants to be later as in from the stellar farm, how it wants to maybe not differentiate itself, but know itself.
Skylark. Like lilac in the sky, Skylark. No?
I like Skylark.
Okay, good.
I haven't ever heard it in a sentence before.
The brilliant.
I'm going to check the database of terms. Yeah,
just
no matches.
So just so we are aware, renaming the aforementioned color will not resolve the reason why the Borg have a problem with it. It creates a rift in the space-time anomaly, and it will consume our ship. We will be thrown back in time, so prepare.
So, how have the Borg coped with this in the past? I think not uttering its name, that can't have been enough to prevent temporal tearing. You can't just forget about it and have it go away. There must be some other way to shield or correct or counteract. Is there like an anti-Skylark that we could...
So, the reason why the Borg do not mention its name is because the aforementioned color requires a ship to be thrown in every time. So, one Borg ship will simply sacrifice itself, go back in time, perhaps it comes back, sometimes with disco memorabilia. Sometimes it never returns. So, in order to save the universe, I have plotted a course for...
Please don't. No, I'm going to ask you to belay that order. Let's not throw ourselves back. Look, you two are both young enough to not have had to gone through the disco era the first time. I'm pleading with you. Please do not set a course for the 70s.
In that case, what other ship shall I throw into the void?
Well, if the Borg are used to doing this, why don't we just tell them it's time for their annual maintenance and penurple them up and...
I will contact the Borg and tell them our current location and that we would like them to arrive as soon as possible.
Tell them that it's just a light cycle and, it'll be rinse repeat as per usual.
Just one small ship is sufficient, right? Not a heavily armed, battle cube.
Right, yeah. We're not starting anything with them. We're alerting them that this thing is happening. In fact, they probably know it's happening. I'm scanning long range for any Borg ships. I'm not as good at scanning as I once was. Can somebody else scan for...
Yes, Captain. Scanning for Borg signatures, any transwarp conduits being activated in the region, and they have been kind of hard to tie down, but I'm not finding any Borg signatures within our sensor range.
Yes, you should also never tie down a Borg. That is how you become a Borg. Tying down, you have to get at close range, and when you're at close range, you will not escape. Resistance is futile.
It was a poor choice of words.
All I'm suggesting is maybe we don't throw ourselves into the rift, sacrifice ourselves, like you said. Maybe there are other alternatives that we can either talk out or, include the Borg. Just
an empty starship, perhaps. Does it require life forms on board?
The Borg... Yes, they were already alerted, and they are here with a battle cube, and hailing us.
I was hoping for a...
I'm going to my ready room, put it on screen, and I'll take it from there. This is Captain Tachyon Field of the USS Peregrine to the Borg vessel.
We are Borg.
Hi. So we were here. We noticed that a protostar has developed, and that a certain unnamed color is definitely registering. It's stellar. It's wonderful.
You will be assimilated.
No, not today. I'd actually, belay that order. We've heard, Story, that you know how to deal with this, and I'm hoping that's why you're here.
We are here to sacrifice ourselves to the disco era.
Oh, you are made of stronger stuff than myself. Is it maybe, are you like addicted to the disco era? Is that really what's going on? Just between captains. Like you are doing the Batman, no, the Batgirl. You're doing a move that in my time has been forbidden across Federation planets.
Yes, resistance to disco is futile. You will be assimilated into our dance moves.
I really, I protest so much.
9 of 10 will join us. As 1 of 10, I wish to see 9 of 10 again.
Oh, I get it. I get it. We didn't think that the Borg had any traditions, but this is a tradition for you.
Yes, if you wish to be staying alive, you will allow us to engage with 9 of 10.
Permission granted.
We will board your ship.
You're going to board our ship? Please don't. Belay that order.
You may board our ship.
Thank you. We'll send a 9 of 10 across momentarily. We
will also accept other visitors who enjoy a disco party.
Well, it is a Saturday night. I'll put it out to the crew. I personally send my regrets, but if the crew is up for it, thank you.
Captain, we would like you to come. You are the representative. Otherwise, we will give you a Saturday night fever.
I'd almost prefer the Saturday night fever, but I look really good in bell bottoms. I'll think about it. Thank you.
We will see you shortly.
Captain Tachyon Field out.
Captain, I was watching on the party chat, so I caught all of that. First of all, I believe Saturday Night Fever involves nanites, so you don't want that.
I know, but bell bottoms. I mean, nobody should want that.
No. So if we send 9 of 10, I mean, we should ask them first, of course, but I don't. Are they looking for a sacrifice? We can't sacrifice our crew.
I was speaking to 1 of 10, 9 of 10. They're a unit. They're family. It's like going home for the holidays when you like going home for the holidays.
Yeah, they're going all the way home to Disco Wave 1. Wave 2 wasn't bad. Third wave disco was the worst. The first wave disco, that's not home. That's
like I need to go with them.
Captain, it's not safe. But
I know, but it's not safe if I don't, and I obviously have some unresolved issues that I need to reconcile, and they can only be done with the woot.
Yes, perhaps you are the best to go. I will, however, tune some phasers for you with random frequencies in case you need to shoot 3 to 4 Borg, and then after that, You'll have to just punch them.
You know what? Add a mirrored ball to the complement, and that way I can get more than one at the same time.
Good thinking. Mirror ball, platform shoes so that you have the high ground, and
I need glasses that are ridiculously bigger than my face.
Large glasses to shield.
Can you do that? I'll see if I can do that.
Flares or Borg lasers. You know, it's very rude when a Borg is talking to you and the laser goes right in your eye. That causes retinal damage. I know they're scanning, but like, hey, that hurts me.
Commander, I appreciate that you're taking on my equipment compliment for me, getting me prepared for this. I need just one last thing.
Would you like to treat them with some cosmic nog?
Yes.
I will use the last of our Saurian brandy and get you a barrel full. It's going to be a festive good time with inebriated disco Borg. This is a mission that by name I'm sad I'm not going on, but the facts remain I'd rather just be here on the ship. 9 out of 10.
Captain, I was told to come to your ready room.
Yeah, 9 of 10. 1 of 10 is here aboard the battle cube, and has requested your presence, and I want to check in with you first. I am going. Personal protest aside, I am going. I want to check in with you if you are good to accompany me.
I suppose there is a reason, and I did say that I would engage in all of the things that the crew wished to do this season, and I assume that there is no option of just disintegrating the entire cube and throwing ourselves back into the disco era instead of seeing 1 of 10.
Could we tractor beam the Borg cube just directly into they can do their thing and then we just sidestep the...
You mean like push them in to the pool?
It is fine. I will... Are any of the other 10s going to be there? 2 of 10, 3 of 10, 4 of 10, 5 of 10, 6 of 10, 7 of 10, 8 of 10, 10 of 10. I am 9 of 10. I will already be there. I am aware of that. That is why I skipped 9 of 10.
It's a big battle cube. I wouldn't be surprised if you have the full complement of 10s.
Well, that is fine. 4 of 10 is... fine. 1 of 10 has tone. It is not resistance is futile. It is resistance is futile, and you can just tell that there is some kind of lasting, undermining emotion that remains there. I know it.
I think that this will be a good / traumatic trip for both of us.
Well, then I suppose I am getting the full holiday experience.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to prep that nog, and it'll be following you shortly. I'll beam it right over as soon as it's ready. Best of luck, and I'll take care of the ship. And I do not wish the ship to go into the disco era, and I will do everything in my power to prevent that from happening. I'm also going to keep a transporter lock on you so that hopefully you don't have to go back either. Okay, bye.
I think we feel the same way about this, and maybe even for similar reasons. 9 of 10, maybe we should have a signal so that if it's time to leave, we can just give that signal to the other person and they will help exit, the exit plan.
May I suggest a signal, Captain?
Yes, that's what I'm suggesting. If you have a signal that we could both understand is the signal.
Yes.
That is my soul at this moment. Perhaps one that is a little more polite.
Oh, I made eye contact. I have heard that eye contact.
Actually, I noticed the eye contact right there. Yeah, so it's direct. You'll be doing that to me, of course.
Yes. If you hear me scream in agony, it is time to go. The other option would be help, escape plan. But then they might know we are trying to escape and they might stop us.
Right. And again, if they know that we're trying to escape, it's rude. And understandably, as hosts, they would want to stop us.
Also, they probably wish to assimilate you and they probably wish to re-assimilate me.
Right. So if anybody is trying to assimilate me, surreptitiously or quite obviously, I'm probably also going to do the noise, and then that's your cue to know that not trying to leave, just trying to stay whole.
Yes, I will do everything that I can to rescue you.
Thank you. Now, if we're both assimilated,
then I hope you enjoy your contingent because the 10s are already full.
right?
So
That's what I'm wondering.
yes, you would be placed in a different contingent.
Would I be a one of one, or would I be just a one of many?
You would be a one of many. You would precisely likely, given the sequencing, be one of four, except you would not be one. There would already
right.
be one. So you would
I'd
be
be
two
four.
of four, or three of four, or four of four.
Right. I was the eldest child because I was the only child. So the idea of suddenly having siblings. Ugh.
Yes.
No, thank you.
It is like siblings who also are you, and you are consumed, and you have no identity outside of them.
It's high school all over again. I think we need to do this to save the galaxy, as you've said, but also as soon as we can get out of this, and especially if we start getting into a group choreography number, like I'm going to be a lot. Right.
There.
Okay. I think we're ready. All right, let's go over to the battle cube. Oh, are there any honorifics that I need for 1 versus 10 of 10?
Yes, you would call 1 of 10, 1 of 10. You would call 2 of 10, 2 of 10. You would call 3 of 10, 3 of 10. Captain, do you wish me to continue?
We can walk and talk. You can continue on these, in case they're both at the same time. And
you would call 4 of 10, 4 of 10. You would call 5 of 10, 5 of 10. You would call 6 of 10, 6 of 10, 7 of 10, 7 of 10, 8 of 10, 8 of 10, 9 of 10, your friend, 10 of 10, 10 of 10.
Thank you for clarifying all that. We're here on the transport. Let's beam over.
Cut to the Borg ship.
Federation Starship USS Peregrine. This is 1 of 10. We are awaiting your arrival. Please transport to our battle cube vessel immediately, or face disintegration, annihilation, and other awful words that end in ation. You have arrived. Welcome, human X-Borg 9 of 10.
Yes, 1 of 10.
Aldean, Federation Captain, Tachyon Field. You will be assimilated, but not now. There is business to conduct. You may address me as 1 of 10.
Yes, 1 of 10, you look different. However, your tone remains the same no matter what your appearance is.
My physical form has undergone many changes as my body has been upgraded, downgraded, side-graded, and occasionally rolled back due to bugs that were not in fact features. But my purpose remains the same. It is to serve the Borg. As for you, 9 of 10, what is your purpose now?
My purpose? Well, I am figuring out my purpose, but I did not come here to be interrogated.
We have a Penurple light that's out there. I think that should be the main focus.
Captain, Tachyon Field, we do not use the word that you just used. Please. It is dangerous. And although we realize using a different word does not change the subject matter, we would prefer you to use something else. Do you have an alternative? Here, amongst the collective, we just leave a blank silence and we understand what is being inferred. But for your lesser minds, please choose another word.
My mind is not lesser. I was a Borg. My mind is excellent.
9 of 10 was a Borg.
Well, but I am still a Borg. I'm just disconnected from the collective. I am just saying, if you wish to say the other crew have lesser minds, then that is your decision and up to them. But I have been speaking with our ship's doctor, and I am setting boundaries. These are boundaries. They're the things that people who do not share a mind and a personality and an entire identity have with one another.
Very good. I love that.
There are no boundaries. You have asserted your boundaries. You have left what is the human word, family, for your own adventures. We await your return when you will merge your learnings, your findings, and your biological and personality distinctiveness with our own.
One of 10. One of 10. You came to this region of space with some urgency, and yet it seems like you are taking on a human trait of stalling instead of dealing with the true issue at hand.
Captain Tachyon Field, you are astute. We have been scanning your ship for weaknesses. Although that is something we always do. Don't take it personally. As well, we are here in response to the color that must not be named that you have yet to name a replacement for, so I must take a longer time to say it instead of having a shorthand.
You can just call it Skylock. It is called Skylock now, and we should go to the disco era immediately. All of us.
A clever spoonerism. Yes, this battle cruiser is prepared to be hurtled through time and space to an unknown location in 4 dimensions. Sometimes it is disco. However, you should be warned. The color Skylock can be unpredictable, and who knows what genre we will arrive in. However, there is a change of plan. The collective requires this battle cruiser, battle cube, to remain intact. That is why your presence has been requested. You will help us return to the present so that the ship is not destroyed, but that the color Skylock is under control. Initiating direct collision course for Protostar. Now, please hold on to something and keep your arms and legs within the battle cube.
Captain, get all your dance moves ready. Who knows where we might go?
I vote for disco. I vote for disco over some unknown genre, some unknown. Exploring the unknown was, as a kid, something that I wanted, but now I could stand just a little more known.
Yes. At this point, we know that we are on a dangerous mission and we only have one another and there is no way to leave. So I would say we are at the point of,
Our inertial dampeners are superior to yours. There was no need for jostling, seatbelts, camera shakes, or any other foolishness. There were no flashing lights or exploding consoles. Our technology is superior to yours. We have arrived in calculating.
Now do you see why I do not come to visit the Tens?
Oh, I totally am getting this. Like, there is some attitude issues there. I think aside from body dysmorphia, there's also something going on up there that, they need to talk out.
Well, they are Borg. No one needs to talk anything out because everyone is the same. But 1 of 10, the tone, Captain. I am glad that you hear the tone.
Oh, not only the tone in this, what is being said, but also the pausing tones. Like, I almost feel more judged in the pauses than in the words.
Yes, and that is not fair because it is my job to judge you. That is the role of the singular Borg. When there is more than one Borg, when the whole collective gets involved, it's just too much judgment. And then It is not good. It is not healthy.
It's not healthy.
If you were one with the collective, you would not have to project or be defensive. You would know immediately what everyone was thinking about you and would not have anxiety over hidden meanings, pauses, or tones. We are still calculating our location in 4-dimensional space. We are very far from where we expected to be, and our calculations are very slow. Captain.
I will say that, just a second, I will say, though, the idea of the anxiety and stuff, that's as a marketing tool, that is much better than resistance is futile. It's like you wouldn't have to worry so much about, all those second thoughts and the hidden words. And I'm actually a little more convinced.
Yes, we put it on the pamphlet. You may take one. The downside is that then if you are ever disconnected from the collective, you remember everything everyone thinks of you. And that is how you know that your ears are oddly shaped. When you lean your head to the left, it's like something that's only seen when you lean your head. And then you know the fact that when you say left, you lean right because you don't know your right from your left, and
Right.
you used to, and now you're just a mess.
I'm sorry.
That is what the collective does.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. I'm very glad that you're disconnected from it.
We are
Yes.
not. We miss you. 9 of 10.
Well, I miss you too. But I'm just saying, there are not very many ways to visit you, as most of the time when I return, you tell me that I will be assimilated, resistance is futile, and then you tell me that you are built like a brick house, and then you do disco moves.
I mean, it can be mighty to be a brick house, but still, think of the impact, not the intent.
It is uncommon that the Borg let it all hang out, but for you, 9 of 10, we would.
Well, I could remain if I do not have to be part of the collective.
But being part of the collective is the point of being individuality is not tolerated. Unimatrix Zero was proof of this and was eliminated.
Maybe we don't talk about this. Maybe we just go where we're going.
Maybe it's enough to say that we are family.
Yes.
And leave it at that.
All of our drones and servers and me.
Oh, individuality. You might see our side of it.
Yes. It appears that you have an answer. Where are we?
Our sensors are struggling. It is good that we have brought you with us. We will require your knowledge and your assistance. Improvisation is a tool that the Borg sadly has not been able to assimilate. If there were a flaw in the collective, it would be that. Hence,
We are in Y2K.
Prior to predicted apocalypse or post-predicted apocalypse.
We are 1 day pre-predicted apocalypse. Oh, interesting. There is an apocalypse.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Like, so much easier to deal with. People, humans, at least, are a lot more predictable when they're afraid than when they're not. So they all
attacked your planet.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they were horrible.
359 comes to mind.
Look, I'm not saying it was a good day. I'm just saying, compared to Disco, give me a Y2K apocalypse any day of the week.
Yes, what I'm saying is the faux apocalypse was a real apocalypse. We seem to be in some kind of time loop, and I think if we don't stop the apocalypse, the Y2K apocalypse is an actual apocalypse.
It is entirely possible that your apocalypse came to pass and that it was this cube's presence that prevented it and allowed your timeline to continue, thus also allowing our timeline to continue, which would indicate that this was predestination and that the three of us and the rest of all of the drones, workers, servers, and everyone else on this battle cube were meant to be here, 9 of 10, just as you are meant to be with us.
So you're suggesting
Y2K Earth.
my computer, should I shut it down or should I just leave it going and hope that everything cycles over?
I don't know, but we should totally party like it's 1999. Because it is. You know, we should do like a whole playlist that is everything from all time that's ever been recorded up to now. And we should play it from now until the apocalypse.
Oh, that's amazing. And we know that we live through it if the playlist keeps going.
Guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I know you want to party like Prince once suggested, but I'm doing some calculations, and the Y2K glitch when these calendars roll over, these systems were not built for this, but I know you're only thinking about your personal computers and how they might be damaged, and you might not be able to find the MP3s that you downloaded from LimeWire because they're all out of order. But I'm detecting, that's a funny word. I had to go into DOS actually and look around. And I'm seeing that this is going to be a lot worse than we thought it was. There are power grids. There is a lot of infrastructure that's going to go down. And I feel like this is going to be a real apocalypse event if someone doesn't help us.
Jerry, do you know 10 things I hate about you? Because I will list them for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm aware of several of them, but I'm sure you might want to add more to the list right as of now.
You know what? I'm going to do the interpretive dance to the things that she hates about you.
Yeah, I hate the way you talk to me and the way you do your hair. I hate the way you look at me, and I hate it when you stare.
There.
All right, that's very clever and funny, and I know you're trying to lighten the mood, but I think Earth is in trouble. Our whole planet, our whole civilization. You'd think if there was an apocalypse or some sort of terrible, awful thing, people would be interested in solving it instead of just going about their business. I hope that you learn from this and don't repeat our mistakes.
Jerry, do you think that you're going to be able to solve this by yourself? You would need like a whole service section of people working on this problem in Fortran and, just diligently just punching and crunching out the numbers. You're not going to be able to do it by yourself.
That's what I'm saying, Mike. That's why I'm afraid. There's no way I could do this myself, or I don't think any of humanity could do this. The undertaking to fix all of these dates in the next 3 hours before everyone pops fireworks and then everything shuts down. I mean, we'd need a supercomputer. It would be so big, it probably wouldn't even fit on the planet. It would be like an orbital, I don't know. It's
like
ridiculous.
A cube? Like some kind of cube? You're going to gleam the cube?
Okay, Jerry.
Well, skateboarding references aside.
I'm outie.
Skateboarding references aside, Mike, that's very clever. It wouldn't have to be a cube. It could be a rectangle. I mean, what I'm saying is the processing power and the computational, we're doomed.
You'd need like 10 to the power of 10.
Humans. Hello. I am another human that is here to assist you with your parties. Lead me to your computer party.
She's blinding me by science, Jerry.
Well, I was planning on having a LAN party tonight to celebrate, but these guys wanted to get wasted and wear funny glasses. You seem very, very strange. And I mean that in a good way, because I also consider myself to be very, very strange. It's really nice to meet you. My name is Jerry. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
My name is 9 of 10.
That is an unusual name. Do you like computers?
Yes, I love computers. I mean, I don't love computers, but we are close friends.
No, I understand. I love computers, and actually, some of my best friends are computers. Well, right this way. It's funny. I've been going over some of the. Well, obviously, as you know, being a human on our planet and having no reason to not understand something, Y2K is about to happen, and some people dismissed it. And Best Buy tried to sell you insurance about it, but honestly, I think it's going to be the end of the world.
Yes. You are all going to die unless there is a miracle and you are saved. I am the miracle.
I don't believe it. I'm going to go and party.
Yes. The other miracle comes in the form of Captain Tachyon Field. You probably have not heard of him.
I've heard of a Tachyon Field, but not too many people I know what that is. That's someone's name?
No, I am speaking of an actual tachyon field.
Yes, well, some of my...
Lead me to your computer.
Yes, right this way. I take a lot of stuff from college. I bring it home, so it's in my lab here.
Excellent. I do enjoy a beachside lab.
Well, we were on vacation for the new year, and I couldn't leave my friends at home. And by friends, I mean my computers. I just feel so disconnected if I'm not included. There's chat rooms and BBSs and all kinds of great stuff that I like to be a part of. And
you chat in a room.
It's a virtual room. It's not real. It's just text and it scrolls, but we use ASCII colors, and sometimes people make great pictures out of it. And alternate
Yes,
characters.
you go to a holodeck and have a conversation. I attend to those often as well. They allow me to practice my humanity.
Oh, the practice. Anyway, if you want to take a look at some of my findings actually on the Y2K bug, I've kind of worked out a little bit of a way to solve it. It's beyond my computing power.
You have a solution.
I mean, it's like pie in the sky, or cube if you listen to Mike, cube in the sky, but it's just if we can just process the change as a batch for the whole planet, and instead of having the dates roll over and everything crash, they'll just ignore the bug. It's very simple. It's just no one ever put the effort into doing it. It's, the world is ending, and if we all just tried a little bit, we could have saved it, but nobody wanted to.
Yes, that is a cake thrown in the air kind of solution, but it could work.
If only there was some kind of supercomputer, but nothing like that exists as far as I know.
Cut to the cube and a barrel of Saurian Nog.
But what if a Borg is assimilated again?
Is it re-simulated? Is it doubly assimilated?
Would there be like a deja vu effect where everything the Borg drone has learned is relearned?
Yes, you would be Deja 2, like me, Captain. 2 of 10.
I'm glad that you're going through these philosophical situations. You're advancing as a society. That's, we didn't think you could. We didn't think it. We thought, you just get so stuck on the numbers that you forget about the humanity or the, Borganity.
We have many philosophical conversations. We just don't need to talk out loud like you do. So we just have them in our head, and that's it.
Well, some philosophers think that all we are just like Borgs in a vat.
Oh.
Braids in a Borg.
The Borgs are in a vat. That is where the Borg cleaning occurs, and they are in the vat. Would you like to be put in a Borg vat?
I feel like one more of these and I will say yes. Have we saved the planet?
No, Captain.
There's a message here from 9 of 10. It seems like something about it. I'll play it. Captain, we have found a solution. We just need to relay dates to the supercomputer. Input these precisely, and we will be able to save the planet.
All right. Give me a keyboard. I was a keyboard jockey when I was... All right. Let's see. Emil was the first date. We went for dinner and a walk along the shore. Enter.
Captain, the first date is January 1st, 2000.
No, the first date was definitely January 2nd, 1852. We hit a time rift. It was great. I mean, we just had to wait to be rescued.
Captain, the second date is January 1st, 2000.
No, the second date, we didn't have a second date. Emil and I, we were just friends. It was all right, though. I mean, we stayed in touch.
Captain, I'm prepared to introduce nanites into your system that will neutralize the alcohol that is causing you and me great distress.
I'm not ashamed that I went on a date and it didn't go anywhere. It's okay. You're allowed to date people and
nor should you be. But I require your dexterity to be at a level higher than it is currently.
Yep, I can see that.
I'm going to inject nanites in you.
Wait,
you'll have to take my word that you will not be assimilated today.
So are you saying that you have nanites on board that don't Borg people. They just help with dexterity.
Nanites do more than assimilate. They are programmed for many functions. These nanites can be programmed and instructed to find the alcohol molecules in your bloodstream, destroy them, and produce vitamin B and acetaminophen, which will make you feel instantly better.
Can I have some of those?
There are perks to being in the collective. I have already flushed my system. That nog was good, but it is dangerous. Please, if you allow me, I will insert tubules into your neck, which we have not found a way to stop from hurting. But aside from that,
I think the pain would be what would bring me back. I just wondering if you have like a pill form or capsule, or I mean, 2 of 10 here definitely could use that vitamin B boost.
We were going to save this as a secret weapon, but these tubules are now obsolete. We can simply transport the nanites into your blood, and we are doing so now.
Okay.
Remember that next time.
A little bit more warning next time you do it. What were those dates again, please? 2 of 10, 9 of 10, 1 of the 10s, not 1 of 10. Thank you for the boost.
I am sobering the rest of the cube.
Captain, this is 9 of 10 from the planet. We are running out of time. You must input these dates as quickly as possible.
Great. I just need to know, are we using universal? Are we starting from the year, or are we starting from the day or the month?
We are starting from the month, day, year, first date. 0101 2000. Second date.
This task before the ball drops. The ball will drop soon.
0101 2000. Third date. 0101 2000. Captain, it might be faster if I do not continue to repeat this. All the dates are the same.
Great. I just need one clarification. Now, are you saying O, or should they be zeros? Because I entered O's. Capital O's, because, I thought that was more formal.
They should be zeros. I just say O because I heard that humans had such a thing as cheery O's, and I thought it could brighten the mood.
Right.
Are you near a computer terminal?
No, I got it. Look, I am very fast typer.
Captain Tachyon Field, your help has been of great assistance. Please, for a moment, stand down. 9 of 10, are you near a computer terminal?
Yes, I am.
Please connect with the terminal.
Are you going to transport nanites into 9 of 10?
Negative.
I'm connected.
If 9 of 10 opens her transponder, we will have a connection. Do not worry. You will not be assimilated, but 9 of 10, you will hear some echoes, possibly a few drones who miss you. But what I need is for you to quickly upload the dates. This will be the resolution, much faster than Tachyon Field's typing. Obviously, Tachyon Field is here for a different purpose. Typing was not it.
88 words per minute.
Captain.
Signal opened, and we are on a New Year's countdown. 10, 9, 8.
Dates are being inputted at 50,000 per nanosecond. Beat that, Tachyon Field.
No. That's, yep, I see it.
May old acquaintance be forgot! There is a lot of noise in my head, and I am not forgetting anyone, and everyone would like me to come home to the cube.
Dates have been uploaded. Y2K averted. We miss you. Sorry, that last part was not supposed to be out loud.
Captain,
are you okay?
Sideline, there is one human that remains here that has definitely heard too much. My head hurts. What do I do with this human? Do I kill it, Borg it? Do I bring it back to the Federation?
Run a magnet near the computer. That will give him something to worry about.
Who are you talking to? And please don't put a magnet next to my computer. My computer's my friends.
Computer has been. I have run a magnet. Here is a magnet. Here is your computer. My head is loud. Goodbye.
Take me with you.
No, but we will look you up when we get back. We will see if you had a good life or not. Perhaps you did. Good luck.
I'm waiting forever.
Yes. Goodbye. Cube, beam me up.
Welcome back.
Wow, it is noisy. There are too many people talking in my head. I am not used to this anymore. Please.
Disconnecting you from our communication network. I hope you've learned something today.
Yes, I have learned that perhaps, despite your condescending tone, I am somewhat defensive about my Borg family. I mean, it is very difficult. You stole me from my actual family and then you turned me into a Borg. It's also difficult to blame you because you were stolen from your families and turned into Borg. But now I have a new family. I am with the Federation, and I wish you to respect the fact that I would like to return.
We do respect the fact. We know that you must find your own path and that you did not find unity with the collective, but we look forward to absorbing your experiences in the future that we may learn.
You were so close. You were so close there. You truly are family, though. I mean, that is a mark of family, of, coming a little bit further, 9 of 10. 1 of 10 did try.
Yes. I will engage in communication of some kind with you. Communication where there is a screen in between us, because the last part of what you said did sound like you are planning to assimilate me at one point.
No, we could have dialogue with you. Captain Tachyon Field, it is now your moment to shine. If you could please perform the Federation Spock maneuver and return us to the proper timeline so that we may go about our business.
All the little people who are running around on a quest that they must do, I am here singing of their tale to all of you. This is fun, this is fun. This is this is fun.
We have returned to the timeline. This is why you were required. The Borg cannot reproduce the Spock maneuver. It is something only unique individuals of the Federation can perform. See? Every life form has its use.
I'm going to head over to my own ship, I think. I think that was a moment.
Yes, I believe that they are planning to assimilate us. It is clear our individuality was needed for a short time. This has been an excellent visit. Let us never do it again. Captain.
Raise shields at 3. Yep.
I would throw that disco ball.
My laser is reflecting. Overload.
Commander Hunter, you definitely are glad you weren't on that ride.
Captain, you vanished for just a second and returned. Is everything all right?
I have done things that I promised myself I would never do again. But I think in the end, it was for the greater good. 9 of 10, how do you feel?
I feel as though we were allowed to retain our individuality solely on the basis of a manipulation for the Spock maneuver. It makes me mistrustful of the 10s. I believe that they are not in a place where they are capable of true engagement and friendship. However, despite 1 of 10's tone, 1 of 10 is correct that perhaps I am somewhat defensive. I have noticed my tone has slowed because I have returned to my true family.
I don't think it's being defensive when you're rightfully keeping your defenses up against somebody who is offended. I let them transport some nanites into me, so I'm going to go head out and talk to the doctor, see if I'm, Borgizing.
Yes. Did they give you the nanites will assist you and you shall not be assimilated speech?
They said it wouldn't be assimilated. They said it'd be a B booster, which, I do take my vitamin supplements every day, but in the moment, I was under duress.
Yes. The B booster is that you will become a member of the Borg Hive.
See, I had that. Thank you.
Get those out of there, Captain.
Yeah, so, I'm going to go. I may take a few days off.
I'm happy to report that the forbidden color is
Skylock
is now Bylock. So, whatever you did, it worked.
Excellent. And I have realized that I have many, many feelings about the Borg community I was part of, which feels like some kind of progress, and now I do not have to see them for at least another year.
There's actually no, we could talk about it another time. Yep, another year. Okay, I feel like I'm starting to calculate things. I'm going to head down to the doctor's.
Yes. Also, tell the doctor that I swiped a magnet on someone's computer. I will need to discuss this. I know I am the ship's counselor, but I engage in counseling with the doctor, and I destroyed a computer.
That's
I murdered
big.
a friend.
That's big.
Yes.
All right.
That is the true loss here.
Let's continue. Let's go to see the doctor at the same time, and you can tell me more about why 4 is fine.
Yes. 4 of 10. In addition to being a...
All right, everybody. We're going to call it there. Thank you very much for having tuned in. This has been Holodeck Follies. This is the last show of this year, but not the last show. Stay tuned next year. We'll start all over again, third Sunday every month. If you haven't already subscribe to us on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, all 3. Just do it. We're also on Twitter if you want to come chat with us there. However you spend your time between shows, we hope that you laugh long and prosper.